The new power struggle, AI's energy craze collides with America's budding cannabis boom. As the United States aggressively pursues leadership in the global artificial intelligence (AI) race, an unexpected and intensifying competition for a fundamental resource is threatening to undermine progress: electricity. The nation's burgeoning legal cannabis industry, powered by energy-hungry indoor cultivation facilities, is increasingly on a direct collision course with the insatiable power demands of next-generation AI data centers. This emerging conflict is exposing the fragile underbelly of America's aging power grid, forcing state regulators, utility companies, and communities into making unprecedented and contentious choices about energy allocation, economic development, and infrastructural priorities. The heart of this confrontation lies in the parallel, explosive growth of two sectors that barely existed a generation ago. The AI revolution, once confined to research labs, has erupted into an infrastructure arms race. Modern AI data centers required for training frontier models like GPT-4 and its successors and for processing billions of daily inference requests are entities of a different magnitude compared to the server halls of the early Internet era. These facilities are power plants for the digital economy, with a single campus often demanding a continuous load of 50 to 100 megawatts (MW) or more. Industry forecasts paint a staggering picture. Electricity consumption from U.S. data centers, driven overwhelmingly by AI, is projected to soar from approximately 4.4% of national demand in 2023 to between 6.7% and 12% by 2028, according to analyses from firms like Rystad Energy and the Electric Power Research Institute. Simultaneously, the legal cannabis industry has solidified into a mainstream, multi-billion-dollar agricultural and retail sector. To guarantee product consistency, potency, and year-round harvests, large-scale producers almost universally rely on sophisticated indoor or greenhouse operations. These facilities are not simple greenhouses, they are highly engineered environments where high-intensity LED lighting replicates the sun, and industrial-grade HVAC systems maintain precise temperature and humidity around the clock. The energy intensity is profound, with a mid-sized cultivation facility easily consuming 10 to 30 MW, a footprint that rivals a large hospital or manufacturing plant. In states like California and Colorado, cannabis cultivation already accounts for a measurable and growing percentage of total commercial and industrial electricity use. The grid is facing a double whammy of demand that it was never architected to handle, explained Dr. Amanda Chen, an energy systems analyst at the Grid Strategies think tank. We're seeing interconnection queue requests that are essentially for multiple new towns' worth of power, but these loads are concentrated in specific industrial corridors. The traditional decade-long timeline for planning and building new transmission lines and substations is completely out of sync with the breakneck speed of both the tech and cannabis industries. The friction is becoming palpable in specific regional flashpoints. In Northern Virginia, already home to Data Center Alley, which consumes over a quarter of the state's electricity, the situation is reaching a critical point. A recent report commissioned by the state legislature warned that projected data center growth could nearly double the region's peak electricity demand within 15 years, potentially requiring the construction of new fossil fuel plants as a stopgap, ironically undermining state clean energy goals. Local utilities have begun cautioning that reliability for existing customers could be compromised. Meanwhile, in established cannabis markets like Oklahoma and Michigan, rapid expansion of licensed grow operations has similarly strained local distribution networks. In some municipalities, utility companies have been forced to impose temporary moratoriums on new high-density power connections for agricultural facilities, a move that directly throttles business growth and local tax revenue. The tension is not merely between industries and the grid, but between the industries themselves. There are documented cases in Oregon and Massachusetts where proposed data center sites and large-scale cannabis facilities are vying for connection to the same overloaded substation, creating a zero-sum game for local economic development officials. This operational scramble points to a far more profound national policy dilemma. On one hand, AI data centers are framed as non-negotiable infrastructure for national security, economic competitiveness, and future innovation. States offer massive tax incentives to attract them. On the other hand, the legal cannabis industry represents a successful experiment in new tax revenue streams, social justice through equity licensing programs, and rural job creation. Politically, choosing one over the other is untenable. The real crisis isn't today's brownout, it's the failure of long-term, integrated planning, said Michael Thorne, a commissioner on a Western state's Public Utilities Commission. We're stuck reacting to the loudest, most immediate demand signal. We need a